All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the IWM broadcast of the ACE-HTI Security 200, brought to you as part of the iNRS iNASCAR Racing Series. I am Rick Souza here with John Derugis here in the broadcast booth, and we appreciate you tuning in tonight to this event. And John, it should be an exciting race.
It's definitely going to be exciting. We are at the world-renowned paperclip that is Martinsville Speedway. One of these drivers tonight is going to walk away with a virtual grandfather clock here in the ACE-HTI Security 200. Right now, we are looking at practice just about to wrap up here in specifically 40 seconds, 35 to 40 seconds. So we're about to see these guys hit qualifying. And Rick, what we've noticed is it's fairly slick out there. Turn 2 and turn 4, pretty treacherous.
They sure are. And let's bring up the race information, and we can kind of look at what. So maybe temperature is playing a factor here. It shows, air temp is 70, but track temp is 100.
Yep, it's definitely a little hot for this 200-lap race. Stage break on lap 66. 1 quick repair, 5 sets of tires, 60% fuel, and 3 green-white checkers here in the iNRS series. It's going to be a little bit of a hot one with lovely 70-degree air, but basically 100-degree track temp, like you said. So going to be a little bit hot on the track for practice, qualifying, and the race. So right now we are about to get qualifying started. And it's going to be a good race, I think. With a short track like this, a big key that everybody talks about is survival. You have to survive this race. You have to be able to, position your car up front. And we've seen that in other races that we have run. Look at North Wilkesboro last night in the Tech for Troop Cup Series. You had to be out front. Look at Richmond. Same thing. So we'll see what these guys can do tonight.
All right, look at Jordan Wenzel on track, getting his qualifying in. Again, 37 entries tonight.
"37 entries on a very small track. That's the key, small track. So right now, Jordan Wenzel was just topped by Travis Bennett there with a 19.4.
Yeah, we saw some times in the 19.2 range during practice, but you've really got to kind of let it all hang out to do that under qualifying.
You do, and what we've reported and what we've seen from some of the drivers talking pre-race, it seems like this setup is a little bit different than what you would expect in an official iRacing Martinsville race they have loaded into their fixed setup. So a little bit of a different setup. So I think these drivers aren't really used to that yet. So it's all about getting used to that and making sure you can stay ahead of the track and stay ahead of your tires. Right now, here we are looking at a few other drivers making their way on to the track. And look, there you go. That's the battle I think these guys are going to face all night, is coming out of turn 2. We mentioned this in the keys to the race, but throttle control, so important on exit. Middle and exit, it's going to make or break your lap.
Yeah, that was Michael Whitley trying to get around there as a number of these drivers are just finishing up their qualifying. Qualifying runs pretty quick here. And that's Richard Mills in the number 5 Auburn University car.
All right, got some college representation out there. Cool to see. And yep, Jordan Wenzel still at the top of the board with a 19.303, followed by now Travis Bennett in second with the 19.35, Alex Murphy with a 19.38, Vernon Broadbeck with a 19.39, and Matthew Robinson, Performance Motorsports there in P5 with a 19.46.
Nice. This is Kai Callamore on track now. We saw him turn the fastest lap in practice. But, he was definitely on the ragged edge, which you kind of see happening right there. He got it turned around and was able to get it straightened out.
Ooh.
But he's still, he's still going to find himself mired back at the end of this. He's showing right now in 30th. So let's look at the John, let's cover your keys to tonight's event.
Yep, absolutely. So as I mentioned before, it's a short track, and with short track, you have a lot of bias in the front of the car with the tires or the rear. So one thing you need to pay attention to is your throttle and controlling that throughout the entire race. Your throttle control on entry, on exit, especially middle of the exit, is so important here to get a solid lap, and you don't want to push it too hard. You don't want to essentially cook the middle of the corner and drive it too hard off, because you will spin out, which goes into my second key, which is corner entry. Corner entry is so vital here. Also, that's a beautiful looking subway scheme. There, it
That's
looks like
Tyler Lem.
Yep, looks like Daniel Suarez out there. But with throttle control and corner entry, they basically go hand in hand, because you have to be able to enter the corner to get a good exit off. And if you drive it too deep into the corner, you're going to try to get aggressively off the corner, which oftentimes does not work here at Martinsville, which is going to lead you spinning. So throttle control number one, corner entry number two, and third, track position. I think this is going to be a big track position game here tonight at Martinsville. I think you need to qualify up near the top 10 to be able to have a chance. You may have some strategy play out late in the race, but with what we've seen in practice and what we've seen a little bit in qualifying, I expect there to be quite a few drivers who are going to try to stick this out for the long run, meaning they're going to want to stay out because tire wear isn't going to be as meaningful. Well, looking at that, there is Tyler Lim actually doing some donuts on pit road. Shout out to Darren. He says, let's go 99, Mr. Lim. So got some maybe pre-celebratory donuts. You never know. But those are my three keys for the night's race. And Rick, let's go right into talking about some talking points. Previous winner was Alex Murphy. Obviously, he's sitting there third in points, so he wants to get another stamp to the playoffs and further that potential playoff run that he has. But right now, top 10 in points, it's led by Jordan Booth, Jordan Winsel, Alex Murphy in third, Simon Magin in fourth, Corey Bunch in fifth, up 4 spots from last week. Travis Bennett up sixth, Matt Robinson in seventh, Tyler Lem in eighth, and Brendan Hayes tied there for eighth technically, and then Eric Jeffers there, I believe, in 10th. So Jordan are there at the top.
Yeah, with only 5 points separating, these guys are continuing to battle for that top spot. But we look at the current drivers that are locked in. We've got 6 drivers that have punched their ticket into the playoffs, but there's lots of racing to go. And as we get a little bit closer, we'll begin to bring up some graphics to show who's on the bubble and who's not. But right now, 6 have won their way in, and the rest are going to be battling out for the balance of those 10 spots.
And talking about a little bit more of a team aspect, you got 40 XLI leading the team standings, followed by Full Throttle Motorsports in second and Roadrunner Motorsports in third. And you've seen those 40 XLI guys week in, week out, just absolutely just dominate. And so, looking at, what we got going on right now, who has been hot as of late, you got Corey Bunch, scoring a win with 4 straight top 5 finishes. So after start of the year slow, you got to look at him, outside of 19th at Bristol. Let's talk about another driver, Mr. Matt Robinson. Hasn't finished outside the top 10 since Daytona. So we'll look for him. He has, I believe, a top 10 qualifying position today. So he might be able to score a win. But also, let's take a look at Tony Japs. He has, with a 4th straight week in a row, a top 15 run. And his only run this year outside the top 15 was Atlanta. So much different style track. We'll see what Tony's able to do this week.
Yeah. Also, on the flip side of who's hot is who's struggling. So Michael Whitley finds himself at the back of the who's not doing or not successful for another week, another finish outside the top 10. Top 10 has him on the outside looking in, while his teammates are up there in the top 10. So maybe he can capture that Martinsville clock like he did in the fall.
Yeah, I do remember that race. That was a crazy race. He won himself into the next round. I remember covering that. That was awesome. And another driver to talk about, Jonathan Varanauskis. He's gone up and down this year, roller coaster of a season. Hasn't had a top 20 finish since Daytona. But if you think about it on the flip side, he has 4 starts in the top 15, including 2 in the top 5. So you've got to be able to think he might be able to get back on track at Martinsville. His Canadian vibes there hopefully going to send him up to potentially a win here today. And, joining them is, Martin Giroux, a playoff driver last year, has had a pretty disappointing start, I think he would say, due to what's happened this year. Missing Daytona in the duels, no top 10s. It's going to be tough, but watch out for Martin. He's always going to be there potentially at the end. So right now, Rick, we got about a minute left until we get the grid underway. So what else we got to talk about?
Well, also drivers who we need to be watching for tonight. And the number 30 of Alex Murphy is definitely someone to watch. He had a good run at Richmond. And also other drivers that need to watch after their runs in trucks and Xfinity this week include Corey Ennis, Jacob Musow, Eric Jeffers, and the number 1 of Travis Bennett.
Absolutely. And right now, it looks like we may have a couple rivalries to pay attention to, especially when you come to a track like Martinsville, which is typically abundant of cautions. You have some drivers that have had spilling effects over from another series, the Xfinity Series, which is the 11 of Tyler Thurman and the 94 of Michael Whitley. There was a unfortunate move at the end of the Xfinity race, which got the 94 to cruise the second and the 11 facing the wrong way. So you may see a little bit of payback here at a track that you anticipate being a little bit more of a ragged, beating and banging kind of race. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to see what these guys bring tonight. But Rick, I believe we have the starting grid ready for tonight's ACE-HTI Security 200 here with the iNRS series.
We do.
On pole, here we go. Jordan Wenzel there in the 81 on pole with Travis Bennett to his outside in second. Alex Murphy, like we just mentioned, in third. Vernon Broadbeck in fourth. Matthew Robinson there in P5. Jordan Booth in sixth. Eric Jeffers in seventh. Corey Bunch starting in eighth. Clark Franz starting there in P9. And Jacob Musow rounds out your top 10.
Simon Magin is up into 11th. Tyler Lem to the outside in the 12th. In 13th, Tony Japs. 14th, Michael Whitley Jr. In 15th, Ty Bostic, and to the outside, Jonathan Varanauskis. In 17th, Brandon Hayes, and the 18th is Corey Ennis. 19th has Alex Forget-Berube, and the 20th of Garrett, the 43 of Garrett Walden is in 20th.
Starting in the 21st position, Josh Douglas with Glenn Stanley starting in 22nd. Richard Mills starting in P23 to his outside is Cody Graham there in 24th. In 25th, Scott Thomas with Vince Burns to his outside in 26th. Mike Wheel starting in 27th with Alberto Abar there in P28. P29 and P30 rounded out by Joe Musow and Kai Collimore.
In 31st, Tyler Thurman. In 32nd, John Krupa. Ron Fitting in 33rd. 34th is Martin Pinnell. 35 is Nick Alves, and Tyler Sexton is in 36th. There's one driver, I think Tyler Thurman. I think he did not make the race. We'll see. I think it's on top 36 for tonight.
I believe that is correct. There is no... Yep, I think you are right.
All right, so lights are off on the pace car as we're getting our way around this track. About to go green flag racing.
Yeah, we'll see how hectic this is here in lap
Folks,
one.
If you're tuning in and not expecting to see many cautions, well, you may have the wrong race.
Yeah, go get your popcorn. Go get your favorite beverage of choice. It's typical. It's very typical here. So nothing, not talking about the skill of the drivers. It is simply the track. No matter the series, no matter where you go, you typically see an abundance of cautions. But hey, we may have a surprise tonight. Who knows? But here we go. Green flag here. Right about now here in the ACE-HTI Security 200 iNRS series here at Martinsville. Here they go down into turn one, and we already got Travis Bennett there. Little loose, 3 wide on exit.
Bumped. He got moved over. patience is really the word to hope for and to say you're 3 wide. Now we don't have much patience. Patience is important.
Patience is important, and 3 wide is also very important to not do here. You do not make that work very often here at Martinsville so far. You see Travis Bennett just slowly dropping to the back. Big drop there from the 46 car of Simon Magin to try to take that position away. Everybody minded their P's and Q's, though. I mean, everybody doing okay so far. Lap 3 into this race. Got a little bit of an action on the way in the back of the field.
Yellow's out.
Yep, there it is. I thought I saw something going on in the back.
Yep, that is Martin Pinnell. Looks like he spun. And we're going to see that a lot. That looks like, I'm guessing, I haven't even seen the replay, but I'm certain that is coming off of turn 4. It's so easy to go around.
Oh, yep. It's going to be the case here. Like I talked about right there, throttled up.
13 of, unfortunately, Nick Alves got a little bit of contact and potentially a little bit of damage as he impacted the 20 of Martin Pinnell.
So we got about 4 laps of green flag action there for this field. So going to keep some tabs of how many laps we have on our tires to see when that first round of pit stops come in, because there are times often, Rick, when you see drivers aren't necessarily pitting for fuel, they're pitting for tires or vice versa. So I'm very curious how these little bit of toasty conditions here are going to affect the iNRS field. But right now, you have Jordan Winsel up front, Alex Murphy in second, Vernon Broadbeck in third, Jordan Booth in fourth, and Matthew Robinson round out your top 5. You know, we were only green flag for about 4 laps, but got a couple movers. Scott Thomas up, or Mike Wheel up 3, Joe Musso up 3, Alex Forget-Berube up 3, as well as Ty Bostic up 3. So, you know, making some moves quick as we have the lucky dog going by. I believe that's the 11 car of Tyler Thurmond actually joining the race.
So we do have 37 entries. Tyler was, I think he started from in the pits.
That makes a lot more sense.
There may have been a penalty that we are not aware of. So. But we'll keep another factor here, John, I did speak with the admins, is that they are enforcing an incident count here at Martinsville. I think it's 24, and then you'll get a black flag, and you'll have to come in for a penalty.
All right, so I'm going to pay attention to that and see what that looks like. You know, I'm very surprised, Rick. It says that there are no incidents right now. Kind of surprised.
I don't see how the math shakes out. I mean, you think that the 20 should have got something, but
maybe the iRacing gods are being forgiving. You know,
maybe so.
You never know. All right, here we go. Jordan Winsel back up here in the front, about to get to the restart zone, and we're off. Green flag in the air. Great restart by the 81 of Winsel. Field dives down into turn 1.
Good move by Alex Murphy too, just kind of ducking right in there. You know, if you can get yourself out of 2 wide, you're a heck of a lot safer making it around this track.
Exactly. One thing that makes this track tough, Rick, is 1, obviously corner exit, but 2, you don't want to tap that apron. You don't want to tap the curb. That will more than likely send your car spinning around. So it's a very intricate battle between driving it in too hard and hitting that curb, that black and white, or that red and white curb there.
Well, because that's there's the 01 going around.
Oh no, Travis Bennett, he came over the radio fairly quick. Typically, when you see a driver come over the radio fairly quick, that tells me a couple things about what may have happened here. So we'll see. All right, so he's inside the 77 there. That is Corey Bunch.
That's all about throttle control, and he may have jumped on that throttle a little quick and spun the tires.
Yep, he did. You could see him try to correct it. Then that's a hard impact into the inside wall.
Definitely got a little bit of nose damage. You can see he's missing the bumper cover on the front of that car, but it's a possibility as part of the magic of iRacing. That bumper would be reattached if he spent some time in the garage without having to use his quick repair. This league does offer these drivers an opportunity to get a quick repair, and they've got one in their back pocket. With a track like this, you want to hold on to that for as long as you can.
Absolutely. You know, maybe he just needs to run over to Bucky's. Maybe Bucky will put it back on for him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the iRacing elves. You never know.
Come back with some Bucky's. What's with these nuts?
The Bucky Nuggets?
Bucky Nuggets, that's it. That's crack, dude.
Dude, it is. I had some a couple weeks ago, and when I tell you we went through that bag, no joke, in probably 10 minutes, it's gone.
Crazy, yeah.
It was gone. So Bucky is now making his way back to the back of the pack. That is the 01 machine. Unfortunate there, started up in the front, but here we go. We're about to get contact a little bit between the 30 of Alex Murphy and the 81 of Jordan Winsel. They are in the restart zone now, and green flag back in the air for...
Oh, a little slow start with the 30th of Alex Murphy.
Just a little bit, yes. That's
getting a tap from Jordan Booth to say, hey, dude, let's go.
And you got Vernon Broadbeck now on the inside trying to make the move on the 30. 30 dove it way too deep. It's going to give a great opportunity for Vernon Broadbeck to potentially take that second position away.
Yeah, he's door to door. And you're right, John. You've got to be super careful about that left side. You know, you even brush that curb there, it is going to upset the tires. And that's, if you've never seen that in person, that is a true curb like you see on your typical suburban street. So it's not this. It's not just a painted line. It's a raised. I think it's 6 inches tall. So.
It is, and got our third caution of the night already out. We'll see if the curb was the culprit for this one.
The 28 of Musso.
All right, 28 of Musso stopped there on the back. You know, all these wrecks have been single car spins.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact. Yeah, Martin Giroux was unfortunately caught up in that bit of collateral there. Well, John, we're going to take a quick opportunity to take a commercial break. We will be right back.
ACE-HTI provides residential smart security systems, audiovisual solutions, TV mounting and installation, access control and surveillance systems. In addition, our networking division can provide home networking and Wi-Fi solutions. All these systems can be remotely managed through our ACE-HTI applications and cloud-based solutions. As a homeowner, you need to know who is entering your home. Our ACE-HTI innovative home security system integrates all the devices in your home with the remote functions from your phone, tablet, laptop, and any other internet-enabled device. Our system provides you with the options to automate lights, thermostats, garage doors, and arm your alarm system, and view cameras, all in the one, simple-to-use app. But unlike other systems, we offer professional monitoring with live operators 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With this integration and our monitored fire and carbon monoxide detectors, ACE-HTI is there to protect you and your family. ACE-HTI service area includes both North and South Carolina. Reach out to us today at 336-941-3171 or via email at info@ace-hti.com.
All right, welcome back to the ACE-HTI Security 200. We are under our third caution of the night for a spin at the tail end of the field. I'm with Joe Musso. But lights are still on the pace car. So third caution, 20 laps. A little bit more than we had expected, but I think that these drivers, really on track with a full field and realizing they've got to have some more patience.
It's more patience than you would honestly expect to have, because you think, oh, I'm taking it easy, but every wreck we've had right now, it's been about 3 to 4 laps in a run. You start to see these guys try to get a little bit more comfortable, and it just doesn't seem like the cars want to stick off corner exit. That's been the culprit of every single accident that we've had today, and that was my key number 1, throttle control. So even some of the best, think about Travis Bennett there that got involved. He is now minus 31 and just got around on him. So that's why that was my first key to the race. It's going to be a lot about track position, which means you have to qualify up front. You got to stay out of trouble. And right now, third caution of the night. But we'll see what happens here as we are starting to get this race back underway. Pace cars off. And green flag back in the air, the ACE-HTI Security 200. Jordan Mitchell again with a great restart. But here comes Vernon Broadbeck. Alex Murphy on the inside to take that P2 spot back away from Vernon. Vernon now under attack from Matthew Robinson there in the 1. 46 is around. No caution. Oh, that's a dangerous spot, and that's going to cause a caution.
Caution still has not come out yet. Whitley involved. Martin Pinnell, John Krupa, caution did not come out.
There it is.
There it is.
I think that's for another incident, though.
Richard Mills and Jonathan, they're right there.
Welcome to chaos.
Yep. That was an incident with Richard Mills in the 5, and the 72 of Jonathan Veronakis got involved. But there was an earlier incident that we saw with Michael Whitley, John Krupa, and I think Martin Pinnell.
Yeah, you see the 29 looks like he went low to try to avoid. Oh, no, he was sideways. You could see the tire tracks. I take that back. You could see the step in, back in, start to step out right there. He's sideways.
Now there is a 46 up there that had an earlier incident, but unfortunately that's going to stack up the field. Martin Pinnell comes up and runs in the back of Whitley. The 29, that's John Krupa. He was also involved, but that was the earlier incident. Then the yellow flag came out, which had to do with Richard Mills.
Oh, yeah, right there. Wow, actually, that was tough.
I think it started with the 72. Again, let's back that up a little bit, and I think Richard Mills may have just been collected by it. So you see the 72 is right there on that low line.
I think 43 comes down. I think it's loose right there.
That's Garrett Walden. Takes out the 72, and unfortunately, the 40 gets a little bit of damage there. Not too bad for the 5. Really no contact. He's got more contact with the retaining wall, the safer barrier, than with the 72.
All right, well, there's our replay of the 4th caution of the night. Still under caution here at Martinsville. But I believe we're going to get the 1-to-go signal this time by Rick, which means we're going to be green flag racing in just a little bit.
All right, we thank you for tuning in to the IWM broadcast of the ACE-HTI Security 200 as part of the iNASCAR Racing Series. We're here each and every Thursday night, which gives you a preview of what's happening on Sunday.
All right, here we go. 81, your control car again. Mr. Jordan Wenzel there. Green flag back in the air.
Up.
Field definitely backed up there for sure.
I don't know whether that was an intentional move, but it definitely backed up. Both lines were backed up.
Yeah, Alex Murphy dove really hard in the corner there. Oh, that's close.
Are you seeing any incident reports at all, John?
It is not populating on my end, no. So,
okay. Well, if we see some drive-bys, we'll have to figure it out. So.
All right. The field has almost single-filed out there for the top 10. You see a battle going on right there between Eric Jeffers and the 15 of Clark France.
Yeah, I think Eric kind of cycled back a bit. We're watching him. He's in the 42 on the inside. That's Tony Japs. He's still running that pretty Iron Maiden paint scheme.
Oh, and a caution. Caution out again. 5th one of the night.
It's possible that, again, the Varanakis, Magin, and Pinnell involved again.
Oh, wow.
They just go off.
He locked it up. Whoever that is up there.
That's the 50 of Martin Pinnell. And somebody's bumper, I think that's the 28, Joe Musso, who may have lost his bumper, but no, it's still there. It's still there.
The iRacing L's were quick on that one.
Well, you can see, though, there's something going on because he's got lots of sparks coming up from the underneath of that car on the right side. If there's a tow link.
He's going to go get it fixed right now. We'll see what happens.
I don't think he used his quick repair, but all right, for 5th caution of the night for an incident involving Jonathan Varanakis, Simon Magin, Martin Pinnell. Also, who else was involved? I think we saw Martin Giroux spun as well, which kind of was what kicked off that 5th caution. So that's the 20th of Martin Pinnell able to get a lap back. Our lucky dog driver for that lap. But so 35 laps in, 5 cautions. Well, we need to have some more green flag racing here.
That's the goal.
Jordan Wenzel continues to lead. There's really been no, this is such a hard track to pass on that you've really got to have, well, without trying to do a Ross Chastain, but
I mean, if we saw Ross Chastain, that'd be very interesting to see. It's like one of those things that's like the unspoken rule. Like, you can do it, but probably after that, you're probably not going to be able to do it again. You know, I think it's fair game.
yeah, fair.
It works. It works. I've always wanted to try it. Not like in a race situation, but just in practice.
Well, yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot, report back. I'll let you know next week.
All right, lights are off on top of our pace car. Number of drivers getting off of pit road, getting some work and repairs done. But we'll go green next time by. Saw the 20 just coming back out. That's Martin Pinnell.
All right, here we go. Green flag back in the air. Another great start by Wenzel. That track position proving to be essential here at Martinsville. Side by side now through 1 and 2. The whole field side by side now going into 3 and 4. Big dive from Murphy. Almost got to the back of Jordan Wenzel there.
Yeah, when you watch that restart, you can see the 41 is just hamstrung. He wants to get around that 30 and get up there because he just can't get the same restart as what he's seeing coming out of the 30. He wants to get up with the 81.
For sure. It looks like we got some action going on now for about 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Side-by-side battles going on here.
Back to the field. Ty Bostic side-by-side with the 43 of Garrett Walden. 99 subway cars right there as well. That's Tyler Lem. Oh, a little bit of contact
22
right there. 22
got in the back of him. Straightened him out though. Oh, it was still a caution.
Came out.
Caught that one live.
He was fortunate. He had the 40 of Brendan Hayes right behind him and just kind of turned him straight again and straightened his car out, sent him back in the right direction. So the 99 really didn't lose much of a spot, maybe a place or two.
Exactly.
But that's the challenge here that we face, not only here at Martinsville, but other short tracks, because it's so dependent on knowing where your marks are and where your braking zone is, but you just know your car. And there aren't brake lights in the back of these cars that can tell you what that person in front of you is doing.
Exactly, and that's the toughest part is you have no clue. You have no clue what's going to happen. And you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to be focused literally at all times. You cannot, for one instant rather, let your instincts kind of and your awareness go away. You got to be on your toes. So that's what we've seen tonight. Sometimes it's been, battling through the field, trying to avoid a spun car. But that's story of the night has been throttle control, I feel like.
Absolutely. So the 41 of Jordan Booth is going to have a different option this time. If the 81 still takes the low line, then the 30 will go to the high line, and so he won't be behind the 30 on the restart. He'll be behind the 81. So I'm very curious to see how this restart goes.
Interesting.
So we're at lap 45, but just be aware that there is a stage break at lap 66.
Yep, stage break coming up soon, and we'll see what the strategy is going to be. I thought this was going to be a race where you could almost get away with not pitting, if you know what I mean. You have enough cautions, that way you can kind of just string it out. So are you going to see those guys that simply wait till, they don't even pit on this next round? They don't want to lose the track position. They just wait to the end of the race. Or you're going to see the field flip. We saw the field flip in the actual Cup Series race at Phoenix. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I expect to see that everybody comes down from fresh tires at this stage break. But that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think you may see it half and half. I think track position is so key here. We haven't really run a lot of laps on these tires. So we'll see. Getting caught back there with fresh tires is almost like negligible. But either way, green flag back in the air here at Martinsville.
Yeah, that was a huge opportunity for the 41 of Booth to try and get into a better position and move up to second, but he was caught sleeping. Oh, wreck in the back.
Hard hitting the inside wall.
That was Glenn Stanley, I believe.
Oh, and we're wrecking in 3 and 4 too. I think there was some contact as well between a couple drivers. Not sure what happened. But yeah, let's go back and take a look and see what we got now.
That's the 03 of Stanley. He's coming up and unfortunately tags the left quarter panel of the 67, sending him into the inside safer barrier. And then there was something later with John Krupa. This is post spin. So yeah, he just wound up with the 3, had the slam on the brakes, and maybe just tapped him in the on the rear bumper. Okay, so number of drivers are in, taking the opportunity to come in. That's Ty Bostic, Nick Alves also in, Glenn Stanley from that incident, as well as John Krupa. So I'm interested to, with 50 laps down, 1/4 of the race in the books, you've got a stage break coming in 16 laps, really only potentially 14 laps once you go green flag racing. Why come in for a pit stop now and lose all that track position?
Well, if you know that everybody's going to come down pit road on the stage break, come down now. We've had cautions every almost, 5 laps.
Give up the stage points and just get a better track position.
Which, look at the 81, look at the 30. I mean, that top 5 has not, the top 10 hasn't changed. The only driver that's really fallen out of the top 10 has been that 01 of Travis Bennett. You have Jordan Winsel stagnant, Alex Murphy up 1, Jordan Booth up from 6th to 3rd, Vernon Broadbeck still in 4th where he started, Matthew Robinson still in 5th where he started, Clark Franz up 3 from 9th, started in 7th, he's in 7th.
Let's give a shout out though to Alex Forget-Berube. He is plus 10 and has moved up to 9th, started 19th. And then also Vince Burns, he started 26th. He's now up to 14th.
Great runs for some of those guys.
All right, let's not miss this restart. This is an opportunity for some redemption here with a 41 of Jordan Booth to watch the 81 and react.
Here we go.
You can see him not wanting to. Oh man, the 81 just held him back.
Wow, and I don't think you're going to see too many guys that are happy about that one.
He lost a full position on that restart, allowing the 10 to drop down in front of Vernon Broadbeck. A lot of 2-wide action still happening around this track.
Now 12 laps away from stage break.
drive back to the field as these drivers begin to, I don't want to jinx him, but it looks like, oh, we have the lockup on that 7. He sent it into that corner. Oh, and then their contact from the 7 and the 11.
And we're wrecking.
72 gets tagged.
Caution out.
Yeah,
Caution is out.
No need to replay that. We saw it live. But we might as well anyways, right?
Why not? What else we got to do?
It definitely involves the 03 of Glenn Stanley. So that was one incident. And then further on up, we jump up to bear with us here, folks, as we figure this out. We're trying to get the that was the 11 of Tyler Thurman and the 7 of Alberto Abar. And unfortunately, Varanakis gets involved because these guys are basically stopped in front of him on the track.
Exactly.
All right.
Almost to the stage break.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. By the time we go back to green, there'll only be a lap or two before we wind up at the stage break. Now, sometimes we have seen admins just say, hey, this is close enough, we'll call this the stage break, but I don't think that's how it'll play here. I think it'll play out at lap 66. All right, so this is going to be, we're watching these top 4 because they've been battling all night on these restarts. This is our 8th caution of the night. And really the winner here on these restarts has been the 81 of Jordan Wenzel and the 30 of Alex Murphy.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Vernon Broadback in the 10 and the 41 of Jordan Booth have been pretty much victims of the gamesmanship of the restart.
Yeah, and you know, that's why it's so essential to have track position. You need to, in case those situations happen, you're at least at the front, you know. So track position, I think, is so key here right now. Jordan Booth now back up in the front, green flag back in the air with now 4 laps to go until the stage break. You want to call it stage 1, technically stage 1. Side-by-side battle.
Yeah, between Broadbeck and Murphy. But this is it. If you're looking for stage points, you know, that means a lot.
Yep. Oh, he drove it in there hard, the 10, looking to get a nice second place. He's able to get it done, gets around the 30. 30's now stuck on a high side. Here comes in, caution's out. That is going to be our stage break, I believe, due to cautions.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of incidents going on the track. Travis Bennett, Kai Collymore involved, Simon Madgen, Alberto Abar, Nick Alves. Pretty much a big wreck. Let's go back and see what we see here.
Oh, and pit road is open this time by. Wow. We got a lot going on.
I mean, the 39 is still trapped up there.
Oh, got a wreck on pit road. The 8 and the 01 got involved. We need to take a look at that, too. What in the world? We just had chaos break loose, Rick. What happened to the 01?
Contact. The 30 fronted by the 46. There's a lot to unpack here.
Say the least.
All right, let's try to back up this. You can't just exactly run into this incident and figure it out. We have to just kind of back things up a bit as best we can.
So I think the 8 was trying to avoid Kai.
Oh, they just came down. Did he actually come?
Was he trying to make the cone?
I think he tried to make the cone. So Kai is up there. That's a 39 up against the wall. You've got to get onto pit road.
But why?
Unfortunately, yeah, he does contact.
You know what I mean, though? I mean, it looks like both of them were going down pit road. Unless Travis didn't mean to go down pit road?
I'm not sure.
I have no clue. Okay, so what? I don't know if we have the ability. What brought out the caution, Rick?
Well,
do we know?
Yeah, it's a lot. Let's folks in the truck are working hard to queue up that video. There was a lot going on at that time. We're still scrolling back. There's a lot of guys involved. I'm going to try and stick on Travis Bennett because he may have been involved in it as well. So you've got that 3 wide going out up front. You see the 39 of Kai Collimore. That's the purple car in the middle. He comes up and gets spun. I think that's the 35. No, just a minute. The 25, sorry, of Jacob Musso. 3 wide coming out of a turn at Martinsville is just not a fun thing.
Not at all.
So there's the pinch, and unfortunately that spins him around. Back up a little bit, you're going to see a lot of guys. So as that wreck occurred, you've got a lot of drivers now because Kai is blocking the track. These cars have nowhere to go.
Yep, and Rick, we're green flag. We are green flag racing right now. Eric Jeffers up front, I believe, and the caution's out. Okay, well, while that was all going on, we went green and had a caution.
Okay, so Eric Jeffers, Scott Thomas, and Tony Japs did not pit. Sorry, folks. We'll try to catch you back up on this green flag restart. Give us a second here, and we'll replay the green flag restart. So there was the restart. Pretty clean. The caution comes out pretty quickly. I think Martin Pinnell. Let's go back and just see what happened with Martin. Nearly 4 wide. 96 comes around.
That doesn't work.
No, that's Mike Wheel and Mosh with Mosh Racing. So, all right. So we figured that out. Okay, so the only drivers who did not come down pit road on that last opportunity at the stage break were Eric Jeffers, Scott Thomas, and Tony Japs. They definitely capitalized on the track position. I mean, why not? You saw pretty much George Wenzel not move off the front row for 67 laps.
Exactly, and that's the nature of what this race has come to at the moment. So, you know, Rick, it's going to be, you know, 10th caution of the night here, and almost anybody's race at this point. If you take a look back to talking about the leaders, Jordan Winsel was in P1. Now he's back in 6th, but look at Eric Jeffers, Scott Thomas, Tony Japs, +6, +23, +10, and Nick Alves up 31 spots.
Yeah,
so,
and he did pit on lap 49, but yeah, we'll be watching the 13 of Nick Alves up 35 positions. Well, 35 on this qualifying.
Yeah, and that's where I thought flipping the field might happen. You may see the guys who don't come down pit road. You may see the guys who do and come down on lap 49 or 54 whenever we got those cautions instead of the stage break, because the majority of the field came down pit road on the stage break. So here we are. This is where we are. Eric Jeffers, Scott Thomas, Tony Japs on old tires. Nick Alves on basically 15-lap older tires. Tyler Lem on 6-lap older tires. Green flag back in the air. Big stack up there as Eric Jeffers leads them down into turn 1 again.
I think the 81 of Bledsoe was pushing Nick Alves to move him up through that restart. Good jump by the 12 of Eric Jeffers.
And we're reckoning 4. We are reckoning 4. That's going to be a caution.
Corey Ennis. The 28 also went around. That's Joe Musso. The 67 of Corey Ennis was also involved on our 11th caution of the night. A lot more drivers involved than we thought, but looks to be there's some contact, or even maybe it's possibly even a net code. No, there's contact with the 19, which sends the 67 down into the side of the 43, and then the 55 of Burse is there, unfortunately. All right. Well, caution's out for the 11th time tonight. And we kind of expected this.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. 39 of Kai Kalmar is getting a lap back. So right now I think we have 28 cars currently on the lead lap here. But then with the number of cautions happening, Mike Wheel is right there in the 96. He's just one lap down, and if and when the next caution flies, he'll get his lap back. Eric Jeffers and Scott Thomas are up in the front. We thank you for tuning in to the IWM broadcast of the ACE-HTI Security 200. Certainly appreciate you tuning in, and whether you're watching it live or you catch it later on a replay, please like and subscribe, and you'll stay up to date on and get notified when there are events happening on Wednesday nights with our Tech for Troops Cup Series event on Wednesday nights, and again on Thursday nights here with the iNASCAR Racing Series. We had a fun race last night with the Tech for Troops Cup Series. They ran their all-star race at North Wilkesboro with some heat racing and inverted fields, and that was kind of fun to watch.
It was a great time. You saw some favorites get out early, so it's always a blast for sure. Watching those guys go around, and Rick, if we get the chance, I'd love to get on board with one of these drivers here and see what they see here for a few laps around the paperclip.
Yeah, let's jump on board with Jordan Wenzel. Once this restart's happening, he'll be in traffic.
Green flag. Yep, back in the air.
Again, looks like he was hamstrung a little bit by the 99. It's right along with Jordan Wenzel.
Oh, car up in the wall, 70 right in front of him. We caught it. Wow. Would you look at that, Rick? We got a front row seat to that one.
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, with that, there is a huge stack up. There's a lot of cars involved. Let's bring up the 79 of Scott Thomas.
Did he get hit from behind? No, he just got way too hot into the corner.
Just overcooked the corner. Oh, Jordan Wenzel tapped him.
Yep, and
then look at the field.
Lot.
Yep. Unfortunately, that Scott was up there at the front, running in second. Unfortunately, with that incident, he has now wound up in the 27th position, and he still has not gone into the pits.
Interesting.
With being that far back, maybe a good time to come and get fresh tires.
Sure.
With 12 cautions in, 85 laps complete. Here at Martinsville. John, we're going to probably have to bring up some track facts to kind of fill...
About to say, we may have to bring that back out.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so up front, we've got Eric Jeffers, Tony Japs, Nick Alves, and Tyler Lem. Those will be our top four on this restart. I was just looking at Martinsville Speedway track facts, and someone is reporting it as the half mile of mayhem.
That's accurate.
I think that's completely accurate.
You know what? Let's do that. Let's bring back some track facts. Not this caution, next caution. And let's see.
And it's the oldest track on the NASCAR schedule.
It is. You know why not? Let's throw out a track fact there. When was Martinsville Speedway founded? That is track fact number 1, folks. You have no clue what we're talking about? Well, in previous seasons, we have had track facts, and after a brief hiatus, they are back here at Martinsville. So, to entertain you all through that and get your minds working, question number 1. When was Martinsville Speedway founded? The answer coming in 5 laps.
Potentially. All right, Eric Jeffers. Another fabulous jump, and there's Nick Alves right behind him.
All right, 3 wide out of turn 2. That's not going to work. Car up in the wall, but we're able to keep this thing going forward. Oh, wrecking! Big wreck in the front of the field.
42.
Yep. Well, that's the second car on old tires and not survive. That's Tony Japs.
Yep.
And really quick, if you had any thoughts about what year Martinsville Speedway was founded, well, if you said 1947, you would be correct. Martinsville Speedway was founded by the late H. Clay Earls there in 1947.
All right. So that yellow flag was brought out by the 42 of Japs. We'll take a quick look at that. Hang on one second. That's an earlier clip. Let's go back. I could be wrong. This looks like just like a replay of what happened to Scott Thomas on the last caution.
Exactly the same.
Unfortunately, he collects the 30 of Alex Murphy. Let's go quickly look at the front end of Alex Murphy in the 30. Oh yeah, you can see major damage on the nose of the 30 Chevrolet. So he definitely has some damage.
Yes, he does.
So Eric Jeffers is the only driver who has yet to see pit road. And he is still your leader here at lap 92 as we approach the halfway point. Well, John, any other track facts for Martinsville?
Yeah, so what year did the NASCAR Cup Series hold their first race at Martinsville Speedway? What year did the NASCAR Cup Series hold their first ever race at Martinsville Speedway?
We should go back to green flag racing. Just shy of 100 laps in the books. It's a little bit different up front. Now you've got Eric Jeffers with the 13 of Alves on the outside. You'll have the 99 of Tyler Lem behind him, and the 81 of Jordan Wenzel has made his way back up. He's now in the second row and fourth.
Alrighty, we'll see what happens. You know, by process of elimination, you would say that Eric Jeffers would be the last one in this mix to go around. We'll see what he's able to do there. And hopefully not. But here we go. We're about to get green flag back here at Martinsville. Green flag in the air for the 12 of Eric Jeffers.
And once we get some green flags, you can kind of figure out some telemetry and race speeds and lap times. We just have not had enough green flag. Another caution, this time for Martin Giroux and Kai Callamore.
Well, the answer to that last question, when did the NASCAR Cup Series hold their first race, was 1949, 2 years after the track was founded.
Okay, so I noticed the nose is missing off of the 50. That may still be from a previous incident. But let's take a quick look at that incident which brought out the yellow flag. See the 3 to the inside of the 50. The 39 is right there on the bumper coming up. I think the 50 backs up a little bit, and the 39, well, still all good.
39 follows him up the track.
Yep, and unfortunately gives him a little tap, which upsets the 50. Just blocking the 30. No real damage on the 39, but fortunately it cycles him back to the tail end of the pack. It's just it's unfortunate, but it's typical when you are in the back of the field. It's super hard to claw your way back up front.
It is.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to the ACE-HTI Security 200.
ACE-HTI provides commercial smart security systems, audio-visual solutions, TV mounting and installation, access control, and surveillance systems. In addition, our networking division can provide business networking and Wi-Fi solutions. All these systems can be remotely managed through our ACE-HTI applications and cloud-based solutions. Running a business these days is a tough and demanding job. Let the folks at ACE-HTI ensure that your place of business is safe for your workers and your company assets. ACE-HTI can offer you integrated burglar alarm systems, access control and health, and wellness systems to ensure the safety of your employees and visitors. If you are looking to modernize or purchase a new fire alarm system, look no further than ACE-HTI. We can offer you the latest state-of-the-art solutions to keep watch over your business. Does your surveillance system need a refresh? ACE-HTI can install the latest 4K surveillance cameras with custom analytics and AI to help you understand what's happening in and around your business. Are you a restaurant or hospitality venue? Does your facility host sporting events? Reach out to ACE-HTI for the latest in video displays and audio systems to enhance and define your place of business. ACE-HTI service area includes both North and South Carolina. Reach out to us today at 336-941-3171 or via email at info@ace-hti.com.
All right, welcome back to Martinsville Speedway for the ACE-HTI Security 200. Just coming out of our 14th caution, just past the halfway point. Eric Jeffers is going to take us down to the green flag on this restart.
He is, and we're about to get the green flag. I'll give you the next trivia question once that green flag flies, and we're out. Green flag in the air.
Big stack up, big stack up.
Big stack up. I'm probably gonna, bite myself on this one, but I'm gonna give the trivia question before the caution comes out. Oh, we're 3 wide. Hold on a second.
Oh, I hope there it is. Hold on to it.
If there's not a caution yet, there it is. All right.
Oh, they're still.
Oh, wow. Big stack up. Parking lot turn 4.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's Josh Douglas, I believe.
It is.
Oh, that's the leader.
Almost caught the leader. Not sure how this started, but it may have been with Rodbeck here. So it was in the 13.
Yep, then you got a lot of cars in a very small space.
Yep. Ten into the 13. You see Matt Robinson involved. Vernon Broadbeck continues to spin and block the track. Richard Mills at the 3, trying to get by on the high side. That's Glenn Stanley.
ACE-HTI machine of Josh Douglas involved as well.
Yep.
Well, that is our 15th caution of the night here, and another track fact for you. So, which driver, past and or current, has the most wins at Martinsville Speedway? Or, another way to put it, who is the all-time winningest driver at Martinsville, past or present? Answers, drop them in the YouTube comments.
You're welcome to respond.
And, you know, Eric Jeffers and Tyler Lem, they came down pit road. Actually, Eric didn't, but Tyler Lem did on 58. I love the move. I think it was a smart move because you basically leapfrogged the field.
He did, and at the same time, he's now he's up to second. He'll be starting to the outside of Eric Jeffers. Could be very interesting. But we have seen the 81 of Jordan Wenzel's working his way back up now in third, and Jordan Booth in the 41 back up there. Alex Murphy has recovered. He's back up there as well, so we shall see. So one response on YouTube, John, is Todd Smith says Jeff Gordon. James Mills also says Jeff Gordon. That's your favorite driver.
I am wearing a Jeff Gordon shirt right now, so is that maybe why I picked this question? Maybe, maybe not.
We'll have that answer for you too momentarily once we get this race back under green flag conditions for as long as they'll stay green. Lap 108 will get the flag at lap 109.
Alrighty. Lap 109, about to get back underway. Here we go. Green flag back in the air, Martinsville. 99, not a great restart there. Now has the 81 on fresh tires below him. Your previous leader, Jordan Wenzel there. And I'll give the answer once the next caution comes out.
Eric Jeffers, absolutely. You know what? He has not been in the pits 110 laps, cautions or not. He is able to have a great run, but he's got the 81 and the 41 bearing down. 99 has kind of been pushed to the outside, and going around in the back. I think that's the 19.
Yeah, but he kept it going the right direction. I think he got into the 01 of Travis Bennett and kept it going forward. No caution here in the ACE-HTI Security 200.
All right, now we're seeing the pack of hungry dogs chasing down that 12. That's Jordan Wenzel and Jordan Booth and Jordan show.
And a caution.
Caution's back out for, I think, Kai Collin. As the leaders.
Let's take a look and see what happened. My guess is he got, way out of shape there.
Did he have some help, though? That's the question.
Let's take a look at this. I mean, a little help there.
Maybe
but it looked like he...
I was going to say, it looked like he got a little bit of help, and he was not able to recover.
Yeah, but he backed off so early in the backstretch, though. Like, look at this. Like, right there, I mean, like, that's... looks early to me.
So I'm going to hazard a guess that he caught the bump. It was unexpected. And then when he tried to get back in, sorry, our camera truck is just not cooperating. As he tried to get back into the slot. So he gets the bump from the 8, kind of sends him up the track a little bit. He's going to try and figure out a recovery to get back down, but the 11 has backed up so much, kind of took his line away. Then he wound up trying to figure out, oh crap, I'm way out of place.
Yeah, and he just slid right up against the wall. Looked like he gassed it right there and got hit by the 27. Yep.
Well, that's probably a deeper dive than you thought we would give you, but there you go. So,
all right, well, my last question. Who is the all-time winningest driver at Martinsville, past or present? If you said Jeff Gordon had 9 wins, but it wasn't enough to Richard Petty's 15 at Martinsville. Richard Petty won 15 times here. If you take a look at that, put that into today's terms, when you are looking at 2 races a year, think about winning essentially, 7 years worth of races, essentially. If you do 2 a year, you're looking at 7.5 years of victories. Obviously, back then they did not go to Martinsville twice in a season.
But hey, back then, if you think about it, 15 wins was probably, half a season. They run probably even less. When those earlier Cup guys were running, that was season was much shorter.
Definitely much shorter. A record that Darrell Waltrip came close to beating. He had 19. He had 11 wins. Jeff Gordon had 9. Jimmy Johnson had 9. So actually, I'm going to throw out another question. Who is the all-time winningest driver in current drivers? Who has won the most races at Martinsville out of the current drivers on the circuit? For your caution number 16 track fact, brought to you by the IWM Broadcast Network. Alrighty, Eric Jeffers still out front on 100, and yeah, his tires were
shot, and he's surrounded by Wenzel.
Yep, green flag back in the air. First time we've seen. Well, I take that back. I thought we were going to see side by side first, but we didn't. 41 got loose on the bottom lane.
But he held it.
43 way up high. That's going to cause some trouble for some of those guys in the back, and we're wrecking again. I believe that was, multiple cars spun around.
Bennett.
Yeah, he was the first one around.
Fitting, Martin Pinnell, Kai Collimore, Michael Whitley Jr., Scott Thomas involved.
Another incident right there. You got the whole field stacked up here now. Oh, we got some issues, Rick. We got some major issues going on. You got a roadblock, essentially, with the leaders trying to come by. Ay.
The 7 of Alberto Abar is still blocking. That's going to really jumble up, I think, the scoring tower. Just trying to see what just happened here. We're focusing on the 7 of Abar, but what appears to be is the 01 of Travis Bennett.
I think he got turned. Or he may have come down there on the 46.
So the 46 is Simon Magin. So the 01 kind of comes out a little net code, unfortunately. That's right in front of 13 of Alves, who then completes the send and sends him in the corner, but the rest of the track is now faced with the 01 trying to get back around. And the 7 is now pointing in the wrong direction. And these guys were turned around for so long, the entire field came back around.
Yep, it did.
All right. So in all that, Jordan Booth got around Eric Jeffers. How did that happen?
No clue.
I think it had to do with them having to come back through the traffic. I'm scrolling back looking for some details that could probably help us. see that pass. I see the pass for P2.
I'm not really sure, Rick. That's very odd. Right now, Eric Jeffers on the bottom lane. Jordan Booth up there in the high line.
Okay.
All right, we got green flag back in the air.
Right there. It happens when they're going through the through traffic.
All right. Eric Jeffers still holds the top spot, though. Back green flag racing here at Martinsville.
Oh, Jordan Wenzel dives lower, takes them both out.
Oh, they're wrecking, big wrecking 3 and 4.
Right in front of the entire field.
Parking lot. Well, this is just looking better and better for the 12.
22 also involved.
Oh, Eric Jeffers down pit road. He probably has to pit for fuel.
He probably does. We're at lap 126, and he has not come down for anything. Of course, it's going to cycle you to the tail end of the field, and oh my gosh. Coming up through all that. But, you know, because of that, you've also got Jordan Booth is now in. Jordan Wenzel, those guys both have come in after that incident. Significant damage in the front nose of the 41. He elects not to make a repair. Jordan Wenzel takes all 4 tires. All right, this is caution number 18. I don't have any clue how this is all going to stack up when we go back, but what I do know is the 99 of Tyler Lem is now your control car.
I mean, it was a good move. It was a good move coming down pit road there on lap 58 for Tyler Lem.
The 40 of Brandon Hayes is also now on pit road. So retirees, Corey Bunch, John Krupa, Glenn Stanley. I don't think we called Corey Bunch's name at all tonight.
He's 32 laps down right now. Yeah, he unfortunately got involved in some stuff there for sure.
.30 of Alex Murphy still has, you can see that there's a wide gap across in front of on his nose. That bumper fascia is a little loose.
Just a little bit.
Need some 200-mile tape to hold that together.
For sure. All right, we are now at 130, going to be 131 with a new leader, 99, Tyler Lem.
The top 4 is all new. Lem, Murphy, Franz, Walton.
Great start by the 99, green flag back in the air here at Martinsville. Got some chatter over the radio. A couple drivers, not really sure why, can't hear them. Oh, 30 up really high there in 3 and 4. Going to leave the door open there for the 43 to jump down to the bottom. That is Garrett Walden there.
A number of drivers dive down onto pit road under green flag. Bennett, Robinson, Thurman, Bostic, Mills, and Brandon Hayes all on pit road.
I wonder if that is penalties. I don't see anything on my end. Oh, yes, actually. Robinson, Mills, Thurman, Bostic, Musso, Hayes, penalties.
Stop and go, probably from incidents.
I would imagine.
That put them all down a lap or more. So we are door to door here, up at the front. That's the 30 of Alex Murphy battling with the 55 of Vince Burns.
Caution.
To Joe Russo, Alberto Abar, and Tyler Sexton. Brought out our 19th caution.
Full wide up there. Look at that.
Oh,
Whoa, what in the world happened?
wait, that's the 7 of Abar. Let's try to find it from his position. Holy cow. Talk
Wow.
about sending it.
Just send it.
We're
That's
gonna run it
exactly
at,
what he
we're
did.
gonna run it at full speed here, and then we may just do
Wow, what a hit.
35 involved.
Unbelievable.
Here's from inside that number 7.
Oh, it's deadly.
He tried to avoid that wreck.
But also, yeah, if you make a hard left right as you get under braking, you can go around. So it's going to be tough. That is tough.
Looks like the 01 is getting a lap back. That's positive. 19th caution of the night. Just 60 or so laps to go. And Tyler Lem, let's bring up our current tower, let you know who is currently up at the front. Lem, Franz, Walden, Murphy, Vince Burns, Simon Magin, Vernon Broadbeck, Josh Douglas, Tony Japs, Martin Giroux. That's your top 10. And then knocking on the top 10, Alex Forget Berube, Corey Ennis, Kai Collimore, Mike Wheel, and Jordan Booth. "20 cars still are on the lead lap. The number of drivers were unfortunately, due to incident points, called down onto pit road for a stop and go penalty. And we may see more of those as this race continues.
Possibly.
So, John, who has the most wins of the current drivers on the circuit?
Well, it's a driver who a lot of people like. Maybe more people don't, but you can't argue he's good and he gets wins done at this track. Mr. Denny Hamlin himself. He has beat your favorite driver 5 times at Martinsville. Most wins out of active drivers there.
All right. Lights are out on top of the pace car. We're coming back to a restart here. Tyler Lem is going to be in charge of this restart. He's got the 15 of Clark Franz to the outside.
All right, 15 to the outside, up 7 positions for that 15. Green flag back in the air.
He got fooled.
Just a little bit.
Watching the 43 of Garrett Walden. And the 15 tries to dive to the inside. The 30 to the outside there, Rubin behind. Oh, spinning, 30 goes
Back in.
around.
Yep, big wreck there in the middle of 1 and 2.
Backs into the wall. That's going to collect Vince Burns, Martin Giroux, Alex Murphy, Alex Forget-Berube, Scott Thomas involved, Martin Pinnell, Ron Fitting, Joe Musso. Number of drivers involved in this are 20th caution. Oh, he got tapped by the 55 of Burns. And he's definitely pointing the wrong way. 19 taps him in the nose again. And then the whole field stacks up behind him. Looks like we'll watch Alex Murphy come down onto pit road.
Maybe get that front bumper fixed.
Yeah, if it's not affecting the car, probably not, but
Oops. I think I saw it get reconnected.
Yep, you sure did.
Just
But
a
it
little
looks
bit.
like that was just the work of the pit crew and he didn't burn a quick repair.
Yep, those iRacing elves doing work.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They're fast. They're quick. You don't even see them.
It's magic.
Oh,
All right.
oh, it's magic.
Tyler Lem will be the control car again. He'll have the 43 of Garrett Walton to the outside. Row 2, Clark Franz, Simon Magin. Row 3, Broadbeck and Douglas. Looking at retirees, Abar, Varanakis, Corey Bunch, John Krupa, Glenn Stanley, Jacob Musso as well. He's in the pits trying to get repairs made, but not able to at this time. Just takes a while.
Yes, it does.
Righty. So again, thank you for tuning in to the IWM broadcast of the iNRS series here for the ACE-HTI Security 200 here in Martinsville. About to go back to racing. Just 53 laps to go.
All right, 53 to go. You got the 99 of Tyler Lim and Garrett Walden, plus 11, plus 18 on the race for those two drivers here at the front of the field. The green flag back in the air. In the ACE-HTI Security 200. Got some action going on in the back that may cause some three-wide action, though.
I think the 46 had a penalty to serve. He had to dive down onto pit road from up front. So, oh, there's a wreck in the. It's like Kai Collimore has crashed.
Yep, Kai Collimore now has a penalty black flag for incidents. Simon Magin, penalty. Jacob Musso, penalty.
Yep. Kai will have to serve that once this goes back to green flag racing.
What in the world happened there?
I could be wrong, but he may have had a blinking issue. We'll keep an eye on that. Try to see this back from the 96's position. You can see the 39 is up there. That's the purple car on your screen, dead center. We're kind of watching him. Yeah, you see that 39 is actually blinking right there. That's a connection issue he's having with iRacing.
Yeah, it's tough.
All right, that kind of explains why we wound up going back and forth with that black screen in the replay. There was nothing to show. He was not on the track.
Correct.
All right, so he is currently on pit road, but he will not be able to serve that penalty until we go back to green flag racing.
Yeah, that's the one downside to penalties like that, especially at a track like this. You will go down a handful of laps.
Yep, absolutely. All right, lap 153 is in the books. We'll get the green flag when we come back to lap 155. Excuse me, 155 is what I've got here on my book.
Yep, that is what I have as well. 21 cars on the lead lap. 8 cars 1 lap down.
All right, so we're keeping an eye, our eyes still on Alex Murphy. After he went in for that stop, he's now up to 15th or 16th position.
And pay attention to Alex Forget Berube, Jordan Booth, Eric Jeffers came down pit road 113, 128, 126. They should be good to go to the end here at Martinsville. 99 is your control car, as he has been the last couple restarts. And green flag back in the air.
Better restart.
Oh, he clipped the corner just a little bit. Got the car. The track should be good, though. Get a nice run from Vernon Broadbeck. He's going to try to make the move. Nope, not this time. Car sideways, 43. Wrecking. Caution. Oh!
That's Brendan Hayes just T-boned him.
Well, that was rough. Okay. Oh. Like, who's going to go? Man, that was a hard hit. Maybe right on board with Brendan Hayes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get this reflat. Oh, no place to go.
No, you would argue, oh yeah, he had somewhere to go, but looking at where the window frame with the roll bar is, you couldn't see the 43 at all. That was unfortunate there. That brings out our 22nd caution of the night.
Okay. All right, folks, we're going to take another commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute or so. Thanks for tuning in to the IWM broadcast network of the ACE-HTI Security 200.
ACE-HTI provides residential and commercial smart security systems, audio-visual solutions, TV mounting and installation, access control, and surveillance systems. In addition, our networking division can provide home and business Wi-Fi networking. All of these systems can be remotely managed through our ACE-HTI applications and cloud-based solutions. When you need more than a website or trying to Google an answer, reach out to ACE-HTI. Our crack team of experts and technical support specialists can provide you answers when you need it the most. During business hours, you can reach our in-house help desk for those quick and easy fixes that can save you money. After hours and over the weekend, you can use our 24/7 emergency tech line. Our operator will get a technician on the phone with you within minutes. ACE-HTI service area includes both North and South Carolina. Reach out to us today at 336-941-3171 or via email at info@ace-hti.com.
All right, welcome back to the IWM broadcast of the ACE-HTI Security 200 with the iNASCAR Racing Series here at Martinsville. We have just around 40 laps to go. Tyler Lem in that 99 Subway Chevrolet is out in front. He will have to his outside Vernon Broadback with Roadrunner Motorsports in the 10. Clark Franz and Josh Douglas will be behind, but Vernon Broadback and Josh Douglas right there. Vince Burns, those guys are, Vince Burns is a teammate of Vernon Broadback. So getting some teams collected up at the front. We'll see how this all plays out.
All right, here we go. About to get the green flag back underway. Green flag in the air. Tyler Lem still out front. Clark Franz, Vernon Broadbeck, Vince Burns, Josh Douglas, your current top 5.
'19 is spinning. And that brings out a caution. That's Alex Roger-Berube. Some minor contact with the inside safer barrier, but unless he got punted, I think that was about all there was to that incident. Yeah, he didn't even get any help. That was just, it happens.
It's Martinsville. It happens.
All right, John, since we're here, do you have any more trivia questions for tonight?
Let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, how many Cup Series drivers have won a race at Martinsville? Just how many different drivers have won here at Martinsville in the Cup Series?
That past, present, everything?
Everything. Since the 1949 inaugural race, how many drivers have won here?
So you know you've got drivers that won 15 times, drivers that won 9 times. So it's how many different drivers?
Yep, how many different drivers?
That's got to be a big number.
Possibly.
Well, you got to figure if the first series was in 49, you assume there's at least 2 events per year, and then you factor in those drivers that won multiple times. So it's going to be a big number.
What's your guess?
It's purely a guess. Let's see. Let's reach for
Crunching the numbers.
Well, I have to reach for a calculator. So we got to figure there's at least about 150 possible races. Take away repeats. I'm going to assume that there's probably 100.
Interesting. 100 is Rick's answer. We got a 59 out of Mosh Racing.
Yeah, Mr. That 96 is actually a driver who's actually in the field right now.
How's it going there, sir? Mr. Mike Wheel, I believe.
It is Mike, and he's just basically he's pacing. Not racing, we're doing a lot of pacing.
Here on iRacing, excuse me. Gotta have fun with it.
I'm pretty sure Mike is not looking that answer up. He can do a lot of things while driving. I'm not sure Googling who's won that many times is the way to do it. But... All right, about to go back to green flag racing from our 23rd caution. Tyler Lem brings the field through the Geico restart zone, and we are back to green flag racing.
Alrighty.
Door to door is the 10 and the 15 of Broadback and friends.
All right, still to the point, Tyler Lem.
Wrecking it behind, that was like the 30 of Alex Murphy.
Oh no. Alex Murphy.
Looks like the 22 of Bostic is on pit road. That may also be for a stop and go penalty.
Potentially. Drove it in a little hot. Oh, the 12. And then the 30 tried to avoid the 12.
That's all it was. He tried to avoid the spin of the 12. We got a little help from the 67. Got a point in the right direction, but that caused the 01 to check up a little bit.
And there it is. Around and around it goes.
Tap that repaired nose again, too.
Man, making the elves do a lot of work tonight. All right. So we're under our 24th caution, and let's dive into this this answer here as we see pit stops. Maybe?
Haven't seen anything
No,
yet.
okay. Okay, cool. I thought some drivers were maybe faking some other guys out already. Well, looking at the data that I have right in front of me, Rick, I know you said that Mike Wheel possibly, no way could he be multitasking. You know, he's messaging us. He's, you know, possibly looking up answers. Well, he's driving too. Well, you know, he actually got the exact number. 59. 59 is the number there for the different winners here at Martinsville Speedway in the Cup Series. And Rick, I gotta say,
maybe it's his pit crew that's answering these questions.
I gotta say, you really gotta know your stuff, or you can Google very quickly and multitask at the same time. Because that was correct, Mosh. At Mosh Racing, technically, Mike Wheel. Gotta love that answer is 59 there. Yeah, with Richard Petty, Darrell Waltrip sharing 26 wins. There's still 59 different winners. Oh, he said, I only know that because I researched it earlier today. Oh, wow. Now he has all of the questions for all of our track facts, Rick. So it looks like I'm not. Looks like he's oh, wait, he's a Nashville guy. Look at that. Yeah. I didn't even know that, Mike Wheel. Okay, there you go.
You're a Nashville guy, too.
I'm about to say, take that back, Mike. You can answer all the questions you want. You can do whatever you want. You are now my new favorite driver out of Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, gotta love that, Nashville repping. But yeah, the answer is 59 there. So cool to see that.
All right, lap 174. That means we'll take the green flag with just 25 laps to go. Tyler Lem has maintained this position. Can he hold it for 25 more laps? And look at Josh Douglas. Josh Douglas up there in fourth. Great showing by Josh.
All righty, here we go. Green flag back in the air at Martinsville.
I think it's going to get a little chippy these last few laps. Not that it hasn't already, but now it's positions.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit more. You may start to see a little bit more of a car getting spun because somebody got into the back of them versus single car spins. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. Cars 3 wide out of 2. 3 wide out of 2. They're in the back. It's close. 43 locked it up in the middle of 3. There's the one of Matthew Robinson looking back to the 75. With Tyler Lem still out front. We got a fierce battle now starting to develop for the lead, though. Vernon Broadbeck all over the back doorstep of Tyler Lem. You know, Tyler Lem has 12 lap older tires.
Is blinking. That 15 car's got some connection issues.
He does. It's not what you want to have this late in the race. Tyler Lem still caution is out. I was like, why is the fence on fire?
Yeah, there's Jacob Musso was involved. Michael Whitley Jr. crashed. Go back and just kind of see what just happened there. Washington 25, and the doors, oh, that's unfortunate. The 46 of Magic got collected, and to no fault of his own, Michael Whitley got caught up in that as well.
Tough break.
So the track is super tight, as you can probably tell. We've seen that all night long with these incidents. Unfortunately, it looks like Michael Whitley has some extensive front end damage, and that may keep him in the pit for a while. But now with 20 laps to go now, by the time we go back to green flag, it could be, what, 16 laps before we take a green flag again? 20
Say
now.
that again?
I'm thinking we're 16, probably 16 laps. We go back to
green
flag racing.
Yep, 16. Sounds about right.
This is getting close to what we thought was our all-time caution count. We said 30, right? Is that what my number was, 30?
I don't say that was our all-time. I think that was just our estimated.
Yeah, that was our estimate.
Our all-time, I think, is I want to say 26, 24, yeah. 26.
So we're getting close.
It's right there.
All right, just 18 laps to go, but we're still under caution here. We'll take the green flag probably around lap 16. We do have green-white checkers here in this league. Oh, okay, the lights are off, so yes, lap 16 will be back to green.
All right, sounds
so you're,
like a plan.
If you look at this, you're Vernon Broadback, you're on that outside. Obviously, that inside is the preferred line for the leader. How do you try to do a better job of keeping pace with the 99?
I think you have to. I think you have to kind of crowd him a little bit, for sure. Most definitely.
Here we go.
All right, green flag back in the air. Oh, the 10, not quite there, but Franz pushing that 99 into turn 1 as we have a fierce battle now developing on back. Who is going to get it done with 16 to go? All gloves are off. You have Jordan Booth trying to make his way back up through there. Freshest tires out of anybody on the track right now.
Yeah.
In the top 5.
That's a story we really haven't talked about. He's involved in some earlier incidents. Made his way back up and around.
And he's now trying to take third away from Vernon Broadbeck. He's going to the inside, trying to get it done. As we now approach. Wow, that was close. And we're wrecking on the pit road. He's going to come back up the track. No caution yet. No caution because they're on the apron. No caution. No caution. He is stuck. He is stuck. I think race control needs to throw a caution for that. Yep.
There it is. Yep. Well, that was interesting.
Yep, and oh, this is gonna hurt. Vernon Broadbeck, black flag. Jordan Booth, black flag. Vince Burns, black flag. Jordan Booth there in P3 has a black flag for incidents. He's going to have to come down pit road.
Well, that's going to completely shake up this front row. With 12:11 to go there, we probably will go back to green around 7.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Very interesting. All right, that is our 26th caution of the night here. After an incident, I'm trying to back it up. It has to be closer to, I think he lost a whole lap.
Yep.
Back up a bit farther than that. There we go. So that's where it starts. You've got the 10 out in third. You've got the 41 of Jordan Booth to the inside.
Oh, 10 gets loose, hits the 41.
Which is probably where those incident points hit the 41. 55 just runs up the backside of the 10. And they get trapped on pit road, which precipitated the caution. All right, we will see a number of drivers have to serve out that penalty, which means they can't serve that penalty until we go back to green flag racing, which is going to happen right around lap 6.
That's our estimate. Oh, lights on the pace car out right now.
Oh, they've advanced the session.
All right, so that 41's going to have to drop down on pit road, hopefully get that penalty served before the caution comes out. And we will have 7 to go at the line. Tyler Lim off strategy. Clark Franz off strategy. The rest of the field pit on 126. Can Tyler Lem go 142 laps on this set of tires and win this race? We're about to find out. Green flag back in the air, gets a great restart on on Clark Franz and Jordan Booth. Jordan Booth does have that black flag. It looks like he possibly will have to make his way down pit road. There he goes.
That helps
serving
out
that
Tyler
penalty.
Lem big time.
Cars up high. We're wrecking in the front stretch. Big pile up now with the 67. Oh, that is not good. That's a lot of guys.
Now, how does that affect Jordan Booth? Because he's in the pits.
It still says he has a black flag. Because technically he didn't serve it the full one under. Oh, no, it just went away. It just went away. So I think he'll be okay. He actually might not lose too much time. You know, actually, I don't think he's going to lose a lap at all.
No, it looks like he's actually going to come out on the tail end of the lead lap.
Well, that's lucky.
Jeez. Wow.
I guess if you come down, pit road under green flag conditions, it's like you're coming down pit road. You know, when a caution comes out, you're good. Essentially, you're not going to get trapped a lap down.
But big mover here, you've got Josh Douglas plus 18 now sitting in P3. He will start right behind Tyler Lem on this next restart. Now the question is, I know we had other drivers who still show that they have black flags that have not served them yet.
Yeah, it looks like Vince Burns, Corey Ennis, Travis Bennett now with a black flag. Those are the three drivers right now that looks like they have black flags. And I believe we are going to get a green-white checker here. It'll go into overtime here in the iNRS series. ACE-HTI Security 200. 27th caution of the night.
There's your top 25 right now. Good opportunity for some new names potentially to punch their tickets into the playoff. Tyler Lem right now poised to etch his name into the first round of the playoffs, but also you've got Clark Franz who start there on the outside, Josh Douglas, and Tony Japs. We were talking about Tony Japs at the beginning of this as one of the drivers to watch, and here he is currently sitting up in fourth.
Yep, he is.
Lights are off on top of our pace car. This is really anybody's race, especially with how narrow this is, how easy it is to force somebody out of position here. You've really got to get your ducks in a row here with these last two laps.
You have to. You have to. This is the race right here, Franz and Lem. Green flag back in the air. Green-white checker situation, which means green flag, white flag. Oh, we got a bump from the 15 to the back of the 99. Looks like we have 3-wide action out of turn 2. Here we go. Going into turn 3. 15's right there on the back of the 99. 15's going to look to get a run. Got a little loose now.
Yeah, he had a great run, but he backed out of it to avoid hitting the 99. And
yep, white flag.
Back. This is it.
White flag in the air. Is the 15 going to give the bump and run into turn 3? He's going to try to dive it in. Not going to get it done. Oh, 99 slid up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough with the strategy call. Tyler Lem wins at Martinsville with Clark Franz and Josh Douglas second and third.
drivers were on pit road as they served out their penalties, but great finish. A little bit of carnage still on the track.
And that's Martinsville for you.
Yeah. Well, as the winners tried to get the podium picture done.
Some lovely shots. Yeah, look at that. Great work, cameraman.
As the rest of the field comes down onto pit road. There is your winner, Tyler Lem. And I believe we have results.
All right, let's bring them up here in the ACE-HTI Security 200 here in the iNRS Series. Tyler Lem brings home the win with Clark Franz there in second. Josh Douglas in third. Eric Jeffers in fourth. Jordan Winsel comes back and finishes in fifth. Tony Japson sixth. Nick Alves in seventh. Garrett Walden in eighth. Ninth is Matt Robinson, and in 10th is Scott Thomas.
In 11th, Richard Mills. Jordan Booth is in 12th. Alex Murphy 13th. Martin Giroux in 14th. Michael Whitley Jr. finishes in 15th. Ron Fitting in 16th. Corey Ennis in 17th. In 18th, you've got Travis Bennett. 19th, Alex Foger-Barubi. And 20th is Michael Wheel.
In 21st, you have Kai Collmore, Joe Musso in 22nd. Tyler Sexton in 23rd. Ty Bostic, 24th. Tyler Thurman there. 3 ties in a row at 25th. Martin Pinnell in 26th. Cody Graham in 27th. Vince Burns, 28th. Bernard Broadbeck in 29th. And Brendan Hayes rounds out your 30th placed position.
31st, Simon Magin. Alberto Abar, 32nd. Jonathan Varanakis, 33rd. Corey Bunch in 34th. Jacob Mosso in 35th. John Krupa, 36th. And Glenn Stanley finishes in 37th. All right, let's see if we got Mr. Josh Douglas available. I think we do. Let's see if we can bring him into the broadcast booth and speak with Josh. There he is. Josh, congratulations on your P3 finish.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate you guys sticking with us all night. I know it wasn't pretty, but that's the goal at Martinsville, is survival and just make it to the end. I love this track, and I just tried to stay as clean as possible. And I knew there at the end I couldn't push it hard. I was one bump away from having to serve penalties, so I'm happy with a P3.
Well, you did better than a few of the others who were unfortunately forced to serve some black flag, stop and goes at very inopportune times. But it's just what we come to expect here at Martinsville, and glad to see you able to work your way up. You started back in 21st, and over the course of this event, gained 18 slots.
Yeah, I really messed up my qualifying lap. I actually spun out on lap 1. I figured some things out in practice and got a little faster and just pushed too hard. So it's all good. It's all good. Just glad to. Martinsville is about an hour away, and sponsor the race, ACE-HTI, company I work for. Big shout out to my bosses, Jay Stone, Charlie Atkinson, and Mark Waterfield, and put the ACE-HTI car in the top 3. Appreciate it, guys.
You got it. Well, congratulations, Josh. Any other shout outs you want to make tonight, or that wraps it up?
No, let me shout out Scott Thomas, Corey Bunch, Tony Japs, Michael Whitley, my admins that helped me with this league. Couldn't do it without them. Things get frustrating on these short tracks. We had, 4 right here in the beginning of the season, 3 or 4 right here in the beginning of the season. It's been kind of tough, but let's move on to Texas, and hopefully some of these guys will quit whining so much and get to a mile and a half and put on a show.
Looking forward to it. All right, that's your third place finisher, Josh Douglas, and we welcome Clark Franz to the broadcast booth. Clark, congratulations on your P2 finish.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Man, we were watching you trying to figure out if you had something on those restarts to try and get back up there, but it's so hard on these short tracks to match that leader.
Yeah, I think my ticket to try to win there really would have been if we stayed green on that second to last run. I think it was like lap 194, so the caution came out. I felt like I was making really good lap times. I would have been a little bit closer to battle, I think. But just an awesome strategy call by the 99. He was able to hold me off there on the final restart.
Yeah, that last lap, you were about a full tenth faster than the 99 of Tyler Lem, but you needed a couple more laps.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, but I'm just glad I ran a clean race up front. All those guys that were up front, me, Josh, Tyler, a handful of others, had a really good time racing tonight.
Congratulations on your finish. Any shout-outs tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my parents, both for watching, my wife. I got a couple buddies as well watching. Caleb, Markowski, thanks for watching. I always appreciate when you guys tune in. It was nice to get a good finish for you guys.
There you go. That's your P2 finisher, Clark Franz. And we're going to welcome Mr. Tyler Lem. Congratulations on your win.
What's up, gentlemen? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about, we were watching back and forth, spoke to Clark and Josh. Those restarts, man, they are tricky for sure.
Oh, yeah, man. It was tough playing games. We got two smart drivers that I had outside of me on every one of those restarts, just trying to vary where I'm going in the zone, but also still try and go early, just to make sure I have a little bit of an edge going into the first corner.
Well, we were pretty excited to see you bring it home. We were watching you throughout the race, working your way up. Hey, you were pretty well admired. Your paint scheme was pretty striking to see. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I wish I could say I had a hand in designing it, but random trading paints guy. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Any other thoughts tonight on your win?
Man, those guys behind me were making me sweat. It was a great, clean racing up front. I know probably can't be said about the whole field, but I was happy with the way, we conduct ourselves at the front of the field. And I just want to give a shout out to the rest of my podium mates here.
Yeah, there was, definitely this was a bit of an interesting mix where, we had some incident points that translated into black flags, passing penalties for stop and go penalties for a number of drivers. But it's unfortunate, but it happens. It's a hard track to avoid getting incident points.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it changes going forward. I mean, you couldn't really pick a worse place to try and start rolling out, a new incident report penalty. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, and you kind of hope that people would take that into consideration, drive a bit more cautiously. But it's still a tough track. It's super slick. Definitely coming out of 2 and 4. We saw that all night long. It was a challenge.
And it's also just tough to pass guys. You saw it. I don't think I was the fastest car on track, but I held on for the win just because such short runs kind of ups the urgency, and people are just probably trying to dive bomb into those corners. What else are you gonna do around here?
Well, you'd be surprised. Even your last lap was a 19:32, which is just an excellent time around here, and still a good run. So congratulations on your finish. Any shout outs tonight?
Thank you, Rick. Of course, I always have a lot of family watching, and I love each and every one of y'all, and I appreciate the support every week.
All right, there you go. I think you got the first comment too when we went live. So Darren said, "Let's go 99." So right from the beginning, you had folks pulling for you. So
yes, sir. That's my dad. Best fan club out there.
There you go. All right, folks, that pretty much wraps up tonight with the ACE-HTI Security 200 here at Martinsville. Your winner, Tyler Lem, punches his ticket into the playoffs here with the iNASCAR Racing Series. So for John, any parting words tonight?
Just congratulations to Tyler Lem. I loved the strategy call by him. I thought it was going to be the move of the race to pit early, and it was. It got it done. There for him. So excited to see him part of the playoffs. So excited to see next week. Next week we are going to be in Texas. Much different racetrack there. The defending race winner, Jeffrey Brogdon, they're going to have 134 laps in the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 200. So looking forward to next week.
All right. Sounds great. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week here on the IWM Broadcast Network, and good night.
Good night, folks.